Hey everybody, and welcome to my live video stream on Facebook about The Walking Dead's latest episode, Guardians. Um, what to say about The Walking Dead right now? I know there are a lot of people that are very unhappy with the way things are going this season, and sort of I am one of them. I'm really disappointed with the way things are playing out, and how the Whisperers seem to be sort of wasted at this point, and how they're focusing on this. They're turning the Whisperer storyline into this bizarre teen novel romance between Henry, who is not Carl and fairly bland, and hey, Stephen, um, and Alpha's daughter, who in the comic, that relationship was really fucked up, and with her and Carl. Hi, Kira. And I'm not liking how they're playing this out. The time jump is really part of the problem, in that we didn't get to learn to like Henry, and Henry's just now this kind of angsty teenager, and it feels so very short. Oh, thank you. I love this microphone. This was Amazon, by the way. I should get points or money for that plug. Anyway, so with this episode, we get a little bit more in depth with what's going on with Michonne and how she's become kind of a dick to everybody. We still don't know why, because time jump. Hi, Kira. So we see that happen with her attitude, where she sort of caused this splinter, but we still don't know why. And it's draining, because it's like, why is Michonne suddenly such a bitch? And at least we saw that RJ's still around, although he was sleeping, possibly dead in that bed, and we don't know who's taking care of him. I do have a headset. Yeah, so this episode was, I mean, there's some stuff that they could really have done well here, I think, if it had played out differently. I would have loved to have seen Carol bond with Alpha's daughter. I think that would have been a really good scene to watch. I think they need a really decent antagonist. I think Alpha could be that, but it's sort of, that whole thing is being dragged. I mean, we saw her be badass and saw her decapitate a chick tonight. You don't mess with her. We finally got to see Beta, and he looked awesome. But it feels off. And I think they're wasting an opportunity there where, hi Chris, where you could have used Carol, and you could have used her as a springboard and a surrogate to see, like, she could have bonded with a fellow abuse survivor. Daryl, they're kind of shoehorning into this because of that, and it's sort of wasted there, and it's tough to see. I wish they, this season is suffering because of that time jump. So yeah, I'm not digging it, and that's sad. There are some good parts within it. I really, really love Alpha. She's doing a fantastic job, and if I'm not mistaken, was this the first episode we got to see her as a regular cast member being added? That would be really, really cool if that's the case. But we know if they follow the comics... Thank you, Stephen. I love my Doctor Who standee too. If they follow the comics, she's not going to be around that long. But, they're really building up this whole fair thing. The fair is going to be the big catalyst, the big thing that happens. Because as we've gone along this so far this season, we really haven't had, at least the second part of the season, the big surprise was Jesus, his death. So it's sort of been safe. So I'm guessing we're going to have a mass slaughter, a la the comic, at the fair. I hope they don't kill off Ezekiel. That would suck. I really, really love Carrie playing him. I think that's fantastic. But so far, with this episode specifically, we're seeing where the weak storylines are happening. I really don't care about Rosita having a baby. The only thing that I care about within that is Eugene, because he's just a great character. And part of that is we've had time with Eugene. We've seen him grow as a character. Rosita really wasn't given anything to do, so I have no vested interest in her. And part of this too is this whole relationship with her and Gabriel, and the whole three-way love interest happened off screen, during this time jump. So once again, we're not invested in that, and that's crappy. That hurts the show, at least to me, that we're not getting to see these stories play, and that sucks. But I really love Alpha as a character, because it's good to see a female villain play like that, who she's just nuts, and there's a lot of things you could do with that whole relationship, with a abusive mother figure, and how that relates to the daughter. But instead, we're not really getting that so much. We're getting hi Barb. We're just getting the teen romance crap that I just can't deal with, because it's just boring, and Henry's stupid and puts himself in danger and endangers everyone else. And the most important character, of course, that's in danger is Daryl's dog. I can't relay that enough. If something happens to Daryl's dog, I will lose my mind, and it better not. And Norman Reedus, I think it's actually his dog. He better not let that happen. But kind of going back, I'm kind of flipping around a little bit of everywhere right now, but going back to Michonne and Alpha, this episode's title is really talking about those two and how they're protecting their groups, which is interesting, since you've got Carol over in the Kingdom, and you have the Hilltop, and they have a female leader as well. And it's, we already knew that this whole season was supposed to be about female leadership, and we've already been told that. It's interesting. Like I said, I would love to know. It would mean a lot more to me to see this change in Michonne, if we'd seen what happened. And again, I can't stress enough how these time jumps are causing an issue with the storytelling. It doesn't strengthen it at all. It hurts it. So again, this episode, while it had cool moments, like getting to see how the Whisperers create their masks and their skins and all of that, which was really freaking disturbing. That was cool. Seeing Alpha just be a badass bitch and do her thing was cool. But you go back to how am I supposed to be invested in these characters that I don't know what's going on anymore? They're suddenly at the forefront because we need them to be important, and it's just not happening. I just don't care about Rosita. I'm sorry. Not against the actress that plays her or anything like that, but they have not done anything with her character other than make her the one that Abraham was with and Eugene likes. That's it. We don't have really any reason to care. And the whole plot point for her character right now happened before, when that time jump occurred. So we don't even know any of that. Um, and then Henry suddenly is this angsty 15-year-old, 16-year-old that is just, I guess, one big hormonal jumble. And now he's doing Romeo and Juliet with Lydia, and no one really cares because we didn't get to see him really grow up. So that just sort of kind of rolls away. Tara is suddenly the commander-in-chief of the Hilltop. Yeah, it's becoming more, well, I mean, Steven is saying how he doesn't want it to go all Game of Thrones where they're killing off major characters. That's kind of what happens in the comics. It occurs in, like I said, they're going to the past seasons with The Walking Dead, we've seen this thing where they go, they start okay, and then they just kind of go, ooh, and then they pull it out with some big set piece death of a bunch of characters. And, they're really setting up this fair to be the thing. And right now, I'm just going to check here because I wasn't sure where we're at. We literally have 4 episodes left this season. The final episode is going to be at the end of this month, of this part of the season. And that's it. Hi, Keith. Welcome to the live chat. So yeah, with The Walking Dead, they're talking about doing a 3rd series now as well. So, well, I wasn't going to quit when Andrew Lincoln left, because I know that there's still good stuff that they could do. This guy right back here, there he is, my boy. Jeffrey Dean Morgan's barely in anything in this series right now, and he's still some of the best stuff in it. I love him with Judith. I thought Judith was great this episode for the 5 seconds we had her, because she called Michonne out on her bullshit. And I thought that was a great scene. And that's why Michonne couldn't handle it, because she just got schooled by a little girl. So I thought that was fantastic. So yeah, this episode really showed to me, a lot of people are like, oh, it's breaking the rules, and oh my God, the decapitation. Well, I'm sorry, I've seen more shocking things in the show. If we have, least we forget Rick Grimes biting a guy's neck open. So that didn't really shock me that much. But I think this episode kind of showed where this show has issues. And that's sad, because the Whisperer storyline is a fantastic part of the comic. I mean, it really is. And Samantha Morton is killing it as Alpha. She's great. If you haven't seen the show on Hulu called, I think it's called Harlots, that's Alpha. She's a poor mistress. And she's great. She's also in a fantastic movie of Johnny Depp's, the Libertine, which is fantastic. And if you haven't seen that, really should see that, because a lot of people don't even know about that Johnny Depp movie. And the funniest thing about that Johnny Depp movie to me, Fear the Walking Dead actually does have some really good stuff, but they pissed me off with a death this season that I'm like, why? But we're getting Deadwood the movie out of that death, so I'm okay with it. But The Libertine is a fantastic Johnny Depp movie that came out right around the same time as the first Pirates of the Caribbean movie. And all these little girls that were in love with Jack Sparrow ran to The Libertine thinking they were going to get R-rated Jack Sparrow, and boy, were they in for a shock. Because it's a true story about a man who died of the ugly syphilis. And Samantha Morton is in it, and she was great. And you should check that out. That's how I knew her. So anyway, just to let you guys know some stuff that's going on. As my ramble of the episode of The Walking Dead tapers off, my final words on that, uh, yeah, Walking Dead, come on, you can do better. You can do better. Other things that are going on. Oh no, Rick is totally alive out there. We've already know there's coming movies, and Michonne is going to prance off to Rickland to be in those movies with him. What happens to the kids? Walking Dead doesn't really give two shits about kids. So who knows what's going to happen to the kids. Couple things I'm working on right now. Of course, In Search of Darkness. We're getting ready to launch our pre-order for the last go round. That will be happening. I think it goes live March 5th. So please, 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 if you love 80s horror movies like I do, and I am happy to be a part of this, I'm so excited. Pre-order this baby. It's going to be a fantastic movie. It's going to be a documentary packed full of all cool 80s icons all over the place. It's going to be a love letter to those movies. It's going to talk about the times that inspired those films. It's going to talk to the creators of those movies. It's going to talk to the people that are influenced by those films that are out there right now. Lee Whannell's in it. Jeffrey Combs is in it. Barbara Crampton's in it. Oh my God, everybody. Larry Cohen. It's going to be fantastic. Pollyanna McIntosh is amazing. I love Pollyanna McIntosh. Stephen brought her up, if you can't see this over here. So please keep your eyes peeled. I will have links for you to pre-order that. It's going to be a massive movie. Really, really excited. I would love to talk to her about the show. I've actually interviewed her before, Stephen, and she is fantastic. She was really fun to interview. I interviewed her for a couple seasons back of The Walking Dead, actually. She's a really sweet lady. Jadis is around. I'm sure she's probably going to pop up in the movies that they're going to make. And somehow this third series, which I'm trying to figure out what they're going to do. Wouldn't it be funny if it was a prequel series? Maybe Negan will get his own show. I'd watch Negan the show. The other things going on, HorrorHound Weekend is in a couple weeks. Holy crap, it's here. I am very excited to see you all. I will be mostly in the Q&A room, moderating panels, making sure stuff is happening. Really stoked to see all of you guys. If you see me running around, stop, say hi. I'd love to talk to you and chat and see what's going on. Which movie? They are making Walking Dead movies. They're going to actually be making, I believe, a trilogy of Walking Dead films with Rick as the catalyst. So yeah, that's happening, Stephen. But yeah, so HorrorHound Weekend is going to be fabulous. I can't wait to see all of you guys. Oh my God, all the things that are going on there. Doug Jones is coming, so you need to go get hugs from Doug Jones. We're going to have Elvira. There's going to be a massive American Horror Story reunion going on. We're going to have like most of the cast of the Addams Family are going to be there. That's going to be fantastic. So yeah, I'm really, really excited about that. We're going to have all kinds of extra goodies for you guys going on after hours. It's going to be fun. We all need fun. I really need fun right now. Been a hard time for me the last couple of weeks. So I'm really looking forward to y'all. Looking forward to all kinds of hugs with you guys. And yeah, I'm just excited to see you all. It'll be a good time. And as for the next issue of HorrorHound, I've got some really good stuff in there for you all. I got to interview Hellboy himself, the new Hellboy, David Harbour. So there's an interview with David Harbour in there. I got to interview the two leads, the directors, plural, of the new Pet Sematary movie. I got to interview Jason Clarke, who you probably know from Planet of the Apes, from the new Terminator Genesis, where he was John Connor. He's been in a ton of things. You definitely know who Jason Clarke is. And he was just fabulous. He was a fun interview. So that was good. I got to talk to the, geez, got to do a lot in this one. The directors and producers of La Lorna, is that in this issue? I think so. Yeah. So wait till you see the cover. I can't show it to you yet. I've seen it. I'm excited. Pet Cemetery's on the cover. But it's going to be beautiful. You're going to love it. And I'm working on some really cool stuff for the next issue. One of which is Godzilla. So excited about Godzilla. And a couple other things too that I'm working on. So we'll see if I can pull them off. So yeah. Oh, and I got nominated for a Rondo. Eli Roth and I got nominated for a Rondo for Best Interview for House on the Clock and Walls. And that's exciting for me because, gosh, I haven't won one yet. But feel free to vote for HorrorHound. HorrorHound got a couple of nods this time around, including convention, cover, best interview, and best article for the Birds retrospective. So yay. But yeah, go vote on the Rondos. There's links all over. And yeah, Eli Roth was a fantastic interview because I got to talk to him about the fact that he always wanted to do a kids movie. And this was his kids movie. And it was a great, great movie because we got undead Kyle MacLachlan. So that was really fun. So yeah, there's all kinds of stuff going on right now. Those are the biggies for me. So thank you for watching this live and enjoy. Here's hoping Ezekiel doesn't die. Here's the list of who we don't want to die. Carol, Ezekiel, and Daryl's dog, and Negan. Yeah, those four. Those four need to be safe. I don't feel so good about Ezekiel. And the other rumor right now is that I read is that Enid may not be around for much longer. What will that do to Harry? I shall, Stephen. I will share on your timeline. So a little weird doing the Rondo not voting because you basically cut and paste what you want into an email and send it off. It's not that high tech. You can't click a box and have it go off. You have to cut, paste, and email. So it's a little weird. What I could do though is put together a list for you for all the HorrorHound mods if you're so interested. But yeah, basically go to Rondo Awards. It's like RondoAwards.com. I'll post it. But yeah, I'm really stoked to see you guys. I'm very excited about HorrorHound Weekend. It's going to be a good time all around. And yeah. If you guys have any questions or anything, I promise we're going to be doing more Fangirl Radio episodes. I promise. They will be coming. My hope is this year to maybe do a Halloween special again, since it's been a couple of years since we've done one of those. And Mr. Mark Meir was inspiring me to do a special haunted VHS store where we could get a lot of characters in there. So we'll see if that happens. Hopefully I have time to do that. Writing those and editing those are just insane. And I almost killed myself on the last one we did. I was up for 48 hours editing straight and cried at the end after I turned it in because I was so tired. Yeah, I almost gave my brain away for Halloween, which, you know, that's kind of given. Anyway, thank you guys so much for listening and watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you liked the layout in here. There's right there is my hilarious House of Frightenstein record that I was sent by the last remaining alive cast member of the show. Super Hippie himself sent me that because of that article that I wrote and you should read with actually Mr. Mark Meir's interview about the hilarious House of Frightenstein. And if you go to YouTube and put in House of Frightenstein right now, I bet you can find episodes to watch. And you should, because it's awesome. And psychedelic monsters, craziness, and Vincent Price, for real. Real Vincent Price. So with that, I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I love y'all. Thank you so much, and keep watching. Send me any questions you got about what's going on. If you have questions about several clients of Strangeland out, ooh, I would be down. I would be down for interviews. I love interviewing people and talking to people about stuff, especially oddballs like me. I'm not odd. No. So anyway, thank you guys so much, and I will talk to you later. Bye.